Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I haven't released a video in a while, mainly because I've been disappointed with the state of the current patch, right? Everybody's comparing our current patch with 3.18. I actually sadly played through 3.18, and I still think that 3.18 was a lot worse. But today, as of today, it's Tuesday, we had the maintenance for like 6 or 7 hours, and everybody was hoping that after this 6 or 7 hours of maintenance, we will actually have a better experience in most cases, right? Maybe did some fixes, maybe they did some hot fixing or anything like that, right? Well, wrong. I think they did solve the issue with people being shard lock, which was extremely annoying. I don't even want to think about being shard locked for such a long time as some people did, but it was annoying. But guess what? Today's maintenance came with another huge issue. You want to know which one? Well, you cannot find anybody to add as a friend or to send money in game. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. If I get... I'm going to show you exactly in just a second what I'm talking about. If I want to add a friend, right? And I just add somebody as a friend. I just took somebody random, and I'll tell you that it's exactly a real person that has an account. And I'll show you how I know. But see, it says here no results. Let me try somebody else. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. This one works. For whatever reason, this one works. Okay, so I was confused for a second. I thought they just fixed it as I was doing the video, but no, they didn't. So let me tell you why I know that. Okay, so I'm gonna try a few more names, and you're gonna see most of them are gonna give me no result. Okay, I'm gonna try this guy. You're gonna say, where am I getting those names? And I'll show you in just a second. But apparently some of them do work. Like if I try this guy. If you're one of these guys, let me know in the comments if you've seen my video, because I'm using you as an example. What I'm trying to do is, apparently this guy works as well. Let's try this guy. Apparently it works by region. Okay, so from what I've seen, so if you're in the same region, like I'm US based, if you're also US based, it might work. If I'm US based and you're in Europe, it's not gonna work. So let me show you another thing that's a problem. Let's log into the game. And let's try to send aUEC to those people. Okay, the same people that didn't work. And I have two names, and I'll show you that. This is a big problem, right? Because you want to do a trade with somebody, right? You want to buy some minerals, you want to buy some components, you want to buy some crafted guns, you want to craft or whatever. You cannot do it. And if you're one of the lucky few, I'm going to actually show you a couple of other workarounds as we're joining in game. I think one of them is pretty spread out. But this is the patch of workarounds apparently, and that's why a lot of people are saying it's very close to 3.18. Alright, so we're in game, okay? I'm going to show you this first before we're checking the names. So, first of all, this is my home station. I'm stationed at Delta, and I do not have a persistent hangar, but that's something different, okay? So you see here, submit fuel request, right? If you see this stuck over here, that means you're not going to receive any notifications. So if somebody's trying to invite you to a party, if somebody's trying to share a mission with you, or whatever reason, this happens every time you log into the game on a new server, or every time you backspace to a hospital bed, okay? So the easiest workaround for this is you go escape, you go into options, and you do show hints. You leave them no for a second, and then you put them on yes. And then you're going to see that these are going to start cycling. Okay, it's gonna cycle through all of them. It's gonna catch up with all the notifications that you have, and voila, now you can receive party invites, friend requests, and mission shares. Okay, I had so many people I traded with. It was like, oh, you're sending me the friend request or the party invite, and I'm not seeing it. And I was trying to explain them through the chat, but it's a little bit hard to explain on how to do it. But this is a workaround. Okay, so like I said, there are some people that I want to send money to, right? Because I just did a trade, right? So I want to send money to this guy. It doesn't work. I want to send aUEC to this guy, right? It doesn't work. I want to send aUEC to this guy. Same thing. It doesn't work. Apparently, it only works for people in my region, and it works for my friends. So if you are already a friend, I can send to my list of friends that I already have aUEC or a party invite or everything I need, right? I can do the party invite from here and so on and so forth. As you can see, I'm one of the lucky few that not only that I don't have a persistent hanger, actually when I did have a persistent hanger, both of my freight elevators weren't working. They were stuck in the down position and I couldn't do anything. I now cannot see anything here as the global chat, right? Even if I'm in a party, I don't have a friend to party with right now. I don't think, I usually don't like to invite random people in the parties, you know? So I'm not going to do it. But even if I'm going to have the party chat over here, it's not going to show me any names on the right. So even if I'm trying to add somebody that's, let's say this guy, it's a B, right? Because we're in 2956 or whatever, and the technology is so advanced that we cannot see past B or C in the list anyway, right? Because the social tools are on the old anyway, on the old way of doing the servers when we had only 100 players, so you cannot see more than 100 players. So if you have a name that starts with a C or a D or or anything lower than that, you're not going to see it. But in my case, I cannot see anything, right? Okay, so let's get back to it. How can we do it? Like I said, it apparently works with some people, and I actually thought that they just fixed it, but they didn't. Apparently it works with people in my region. So it works with somebody. This guy is not a friend of mine, right? I can see it and I can send him the aUEC, but it doesn't work with the other people. And how do I know that those are real people? Well, I'll show you right away. Let's pull this here. So yeah, those are real people. Like Garlson, right? It's a real guy. Come on. Yeah, see, no result. I know he's a real guy because he just typed it here. Russell, I tried, it didn't work, right? This guy, Arendelle, worked for whatever reason. I think this guy, Ether, worked as well. Right, let's check. No, never mind. So some of them do, some of them don't. Okay, guess what? I know this guy is real, right? So I should be able to just go here and add him as a friend here. Guess what? He doesn't exist here either. Isn't that funny? I see it, but I cannot add him as a friend, right? That means it doesn't work. Well, the easiest workaround, okay, so if you're trying to add somebody to a party that you're doing a trade, right? Have them join Spectrum, have them join General, Chat, or Help Desk. I usually try to do the Help Desk just because it's usually less traffic here, right? And just have them type something in chat like this. Actually, if I remember correctly, one of these guys, was it here, was complaining about the same thing. I think it was this Russell guy. Let's see. I don't know. He was complaining about the same thing, that you cannot... Oh, yeah. How can it do it on everything else? Why? Because he was complaining earlier that he cannot add any friends, right? So the easiest way is tell them to write something here, and then you click on their name, and then you can add as a friend, okay? And then they can confirm it either in game in the main menu, or they can confirm it in Spectrum as well. I'm not gonna add this guy, but this works. I should send them. Doesn't do any harm, right? So this way, if I have Captain Gecko as my friend, then eventually I think I need to relog because I tried with somebody earlier and it didn't work. But if I have him as a friend, then I can come here and I can find him and I can send him the aUEC if I want to do that, or I can party with him or whatever, right? So again, this is a workaround. If you cannot add people as a friend, I don't even know if this guy is possible or not. Yeah, it doesn't work. So the only way I can send aUEC to this guy is to add him as a friend first, and then I can do it. And yeah, I can create a party. For a second at the beginning of the day when I thought that this is a thing, I thought this is a feature. Maybe this is a way of them tracking better who they're sending, where, like, you know, people that are buying and selling aUEC on the black market and stuff like that. Maybe they want to stop that, so they want to be able to send aUEC only to your friends, right? That would kind of make sense, because if you want to trade with somebody, right, you need to be in a party with somebody, and most of the time to be in a party with somebody to trade, right, you need to add him as a friend. So this can be an extra feature, but no, it's another mishap, it's another bug. It's something that they broke today, because this worked yesterday. I did trades with people, and I send aUEC to people. That's why I'm so low, because I bought some crafted components and stuff like that. And yeah, so again, this is the patch of the bugs, but here's a workaround for two things that you can do that are very annoying, right? Adding friends and sending aUEC to people that you're trading with, and also get the notifications, like I said with this. Yeah, turn them to no and turn them to yes, and then you're going to be able to receive notifications. So if this was helpful for you, please leave a like, drop a comment, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully this helped you to create some parties, do some trades, or send some aUEC to people that you want to do it to, okay? So hopefully tomorrow there's a patch that was announced. I've heard something that it might get postponed, but at least that's what they said, that tomorrow there's going to be 4.8.1, and hopefully it's going to fix some of the issues that we've had, some of the issues with the ships, some of the issues with the docking that have been painful, and some of these other issues that are extremely annoying and are making our lives miserable right now in the verse. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is this worse than 3.18 if you actually played in 3.18? I actually did both. I still think that 3.18 was a lot worse than this one because of all the 30Ks and all the lost stuff. But this is a very, very close second from my 5 years history of playing Star Citizen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.